And agro-allied company Johnvent Industries Nigeria Limited has invested 3 billion naira to boost cocoa business in Ondo State and Nigeria as a whole. According to the group managing director of the company, John Alamu, the firm is into the cocoa industry to make a difference, and the company will be officially inaugurated by the state's governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, next week. Arise business analyst Chika Mbono joins us to discuss further. Chika, good morning to you, sir.
Thank God it's Friday.
Indeed, you're very welcome. So you've talked about this in the past. What are your thoughts on this cocoa investments that we'll see next week?
I like this story because of it's about what we've been talking about in this country, that what this country needs now. And we need industries that will produce goods for export, to expand our export earnings, help reduce unemployment by employing our people, and then, of course, pay local taxes, and then use raw materials, prevalent in our country. So this company ticks all the boxes. And that's why I'm happy that, that this is being commissioned. And as we read in the story, they said they have got a long-term contract already, overseas with their cocoa butter. And so that's to earn foreign exchange earnings for our country. And the other things they produce, you can sell locally. Because really, 200 million people, there's no market bigger than Nigeria.
Right.
That's why you see some companies in America, they just sell only in America. And they're the largest in the world because the population is there to take up the goods. So I really clap for the investors who are willing to take this risk. Even as they were speaking, they said that a lot of other moribund companies all around that cocoa belt. Yeah. Because of the issues me and you
I've discussed
severally on this program. Yeah. Even again, he adds he speaks on our delegation that is in the Dubai or somewhere.
Dubai Expo, yes.
They're trying to get foreign direct
big delegation
investment to Nigeria. While we're losing investments from Nigeria to Ghana, and then a lot of companies are relocating and dying. So I'm talking about this company, and I'm hoping that the issues that have affected similar companies in the past that led to their demise will not affect them. And then power, they raised the issue of power already. That they're having power challenges, infrastructure challenges. I don't know that they're going to have their own boreholes and water. And then, as I was telling you before, I said, don't be surprised by tomorrow or next week, local government tax collectors will be knocking show off there. And then you hear that the state government also, maybe not this one, will shut down the place, lock down the whole place because of multifarious levies that similar companies are facing. So these are things that, these kind of companies that we require now to move our economy from the consumption to companies that are actually producing for export and expand our export earnings away from the oil costs that we have in our country.
Thank you, Chika. You mentioned being able to export. I want to ask you about the airports that's finally been giving clearance in Anambra.
I like the story too, because there's a cargo airport and then a commercial airport too. We talked about aviation last time. We talked about that. There's a drive towards bringing airports nearer to the people, especially with the level of insecurity that we have in the country now. But the bigger picture, of course, is the fact that it will also, it's called a cargo airport. They have cargo sheds, and you can move goods from here directly to overseas. Now, if you look at some countries like Kenya, Ethiopia, and you look at the amount of everyday flowers and other exports that leave same day from those countries or to overseas, and the amount of money that export earnings are earning from those, you understand the importance of these airports. And we're hoping that the airport will be maintained properly.
That's an excellent point.
The construction has gone well until they have the largest runway in the country. But that's the beginning of the beginning. And again, the timing also for this season. There's usually a mass movement to the east. If you look through the airports, you find that most of the airports are already fully booked, the airlines. So Asaba airports will be competing with this airport now. And I'm hoping that Sabaipo doesn't see a reduction in revenue or airport too.
Right.
But the more, the merrier. And I commend the state government for doing this.
Fantastic. Chika, something you talked about just yesterday.
Tax. Leakage. I didn't just talk about tax.
Right.
I thought about leakages. And I said that, that we always look for the easier route. Easier route for our country is, move VAT from 7.59 to 10 or 15%.
Right.
That's what, move, whereas the whole world is moving towards moving company income tax downwards. Ours is hanging up there, moving up. And I said that our tax base can actually increase if we, plug all the leakages. And I especially mentioned the fact that, especially the free zones.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. And I the thought of the free zone, and I said a lot of companies in the free zones are not paying tax to the knowledge of custom people, to the knowledge of federal inland revenue. So it's not for me to come to the air and talk about what's causing the lethargy.
Right.
And I'm hoping that the House of Rep people will, identify also what's the root cause of this. Because this company that you mentioned in your rundown is just one of several.
Yeah, it's only one.
It's just one of several.
Right.
A lot of people are not paying tax. I thought about that. And there's produced for export. A lot of them produce and bring it to Nigeria without paying the right duties that they should pay.
So is this encouraging? I mean,
that's what I'm saying, that the House of Reps committee should probe to the bottom. And if they actually focus on the leakages that are happening in the economy, in this tax collection, would the nation be better for it?
Fantastic. We still have a couple minutes to go, Chika. I want to take you back to cocoa. Chika, finished goods. You travel a lot. We travel and buy chocolates. There
was one report.
Yeah.
That I can't remember the exact figures now, but let me just analyze it. It's all about the cocoa value chain.
Yeah.
And they moved from cocoa seeds, up to chocolate.
Yes.
And they said that, let's say, I'll use some figures. So the cocoa moves, let's say, $10, maybe $5 from Nigeria or Ghana.
Yes.
And goes across to Switzerland.
Yeah, exactly.
And then come back from Switzerland back to Ghana and Nigeria at $100.
Exactly. Yes.
So we, that are the remains of the raw material, are profiting by how much? $5.
Right.
And then the people who are buying from us, their input costs $5, and they sell it back to us at $100.
Yeah.
So the level of value added for us in the economy is very low. And that's one of the things that this company is doing. And it permeates the other products we have in the economy. Because we're primarily, the economists have told you that the primary goods, you don't make money from primary goods. For the economy to develop, it must add value to the primary goods. Namely, the palm oil must put the machines and equipment on palm oil to come to something like soap.
All the
things that were important now.
Right.
The cotton must put value on them to become the clothes that we wear now and things we import from China now. There's no reason why the goods are coming from China actually cheaper than what we produce in Nigeria.
Here in Nigeria.
So the smuggling, everybody has to come on board. The custom, I keep talking about the custom people here.
Yeah.
I said these good things are not tiny cockroaches that crawl across the border. How do these things come into our border?
Yeah.
And everybody must come to it and come and say, we must save our nation and plug the leakages. Reduce the foreign exchange. This cash foreign exchange we have. Because all these things they bring from China. Do you know, have you seen egusi soup before?
Yeah, I know.
That's egusi soup from China.
Yeah, exactly. We have to do better to produce it.
But yeah.
Arise business analyst Chika Mbona. Chika, thank you so much
Thanks
for
a lot.
taking us through the headlines. You're watching the Global Business Report.